Okay, and so, I know I said I was going to update the ship, and we could just about make this, all this, into a fairly overpowered ship. But it's going to use almost all of the credits that we currently have to do that, and it won't even look very good. So for now, what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to upgrade the weapons on here to be usable for this mission. They are going to be the weapons that we want to use on the final ship, mostly, but ultimately, I don't know if we can use the Frontier for the base of the next ship. We'll see.
Anything I can help you? Need some work done?
What I decide to do as we get some more ships kind of become ours as we continue through. But basically,
okay, no problem.
We're going to go ahead and go to modify ship here. And the ideal loadout is going to be a mixture of... I mean, early game, I suppose we could keep... those two missiles on there. There's no true reason for me to want to delete those. And the way this is now going to work is we're going to want to have the... Let me get weapons up. We are going to want to have the Vanguard Electron Beam. This thing is absolutely vicious. That's not the Electron Beam, I want the Vanguard one. Vanguard Obliterator Projector, there it is. This thing is vicious. Like, you look at the stats and you think, oh, what? Is that one so much better? Is it really? Yes, the reason is because of two things. First, you see that 13? Well, that's at 3 shots a second. This is 6 shots, so twice the DPS, right? And then more damage per shot at the same DPS of the Electron Beam. And not only those two things, but this also requires 2 power as opposed to 3. The main reason this is important is because you can only equip these to the maximum amount of power in a given field. You can have 12 power to spend on these, which means you can have 4 of those or 6 of these. Or in the starting variant we're going to have now, we can have 3 of these to 2 of these, which is what I'm going to do. Okay, so the sheer increase in damage on your ship is going to be outstanding. Okay? Now, I was going to upgrade to B class and then upgrade the shield. Now, you could do that, like if you've saved a good 100 to 200k credits, you could definitely do that. But my biggest issue is it costs a lot of credits. And the main thing about it is, because obviously if you're just going to keep this ship and keep on upgrading it, it's not actually too bad. But it's the fact that you're going to have to upgrade these again later. The reactor and the grav drive, which is going to cost you a ton of cash. And actually make this look nice, you're probably going to delete half the ship away later on, or take a different base. And we actually already have pretty good cargo for now. We don't really need to worry about it. We've still got max mobility, which is pretty good, and we've still got top speed 150, so... Like, trying to get this to work is not going to be ideal. Now, there is one more thing we need to put on here, and that is the suppressor. We don't want to use this one, because this one still does hull damage at 36, and that is going to be a problem. It's almost pointless using this one, because the thing you're looking for here is the electromagnetic damage, and that is what is going to disable ships. So the idea is going to be that you take the shield down, and then fire the electromagnetic damage at them to disable the ship. This is just as likely to blow the ship up as it is to start disabling it. So you want the actual suppressor here. Now, it's only 1 shot per 1.5 seconds. It only takes 3 power? Yeah, 3 power. I'm going to see if we can do it with 1. My gut tells me we'd be better off having 2. But I want to save money. And so now the way this is going to work is you have your general purpose weaponry, you have your ship capture weaponry, and your ship destruction weaponry. Right? So if you take the shields down, you can either fire missiles, or you can fire electromagnetic stuff at them. I don't think 1's going to be enough, but we're going to try it in this episode anyway. So let's get these assigned, because otherwise we're going to have problems. Now, I want my right trigger to be the autocannons. 3 should be well enough. Should not be a problem. Tempted to go up to 4. I really like using 4 on my stream. We want this on the left trigger, and then the missile launcher on the Y for me. That should be ideal. So that should be good. We could upgrade the shield. Do I have enough to upgrade the shield? Like, how much is it going to cost to have more shield, and how much more shield do we get? Issue here is we're going to need to be a little bit tanky to take the damage that it fires at me. I really want to have that on. I really love this. The 1450 shield is just so obnoxiously good. 440. So it's going to cost me 6 grand for an additional 90 shield. That's actually not too bad, is it? Okay. So all in all, we've had a pretty significant upgrade for 60k in terms of damage and capability, which is okay. It's okay. We actually don't need... Here's something that I got kind of wrong. Well, I suppose we do need it. But something that would have been a better idea would have been to have had a better cockpit than that. Retrospectively. But this is what I've got to work with. And we have everything that we need to continue. And we have well enough damage to deal with the majority of the stuff that we come across. And realistically, if we want more damage, all we do is we add more of these. Like if I had another 3 of those, it would just be stupid. So we're going to accept that. So that we can continue onward with the mission.
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC...
No.
Oh. So.
You can be as dicey with this as you want. Just say, man in hiding out in the sector, I need to find him.
Think you got some...
She's going to say, oh, there's this guy near Etheria, which is the place we were looking for anyway.
There's been rumor of a ship more than a few amateur.
Unfortunately, we can't actually keep the guy's ship. I don't know why it doesn't let us do this, right? Cool, let's go.
Sure thing.
It is going to be him.
Good hunting.
Let's go and see if this works out. I'll just turn the difficulty down if this ends up being a pain in the ass. Let's make it simple. I've also come to the conclusion that Neon is probably the best place to build ships. I didn't realize it actually has 3 vendors until I was really like having a look around at what I wanted to do. When I realized it was going to cost like 160k to like create a decent Class B ship, which yes has great shields and some other benefits. I don't think it's worth doing it now unless we start struggling with space battles, and we've got a while before I think we're going to take on the Crimson Fleet, which is realistically where the big battles are going to be. My things aren't on right now. Let's have a look how this fires right now. Yeah, it's going to be just fine. We are going to be just fine, don't you? Okay. Go ahead and over this way. I do like these Vanguard particle beams, they're so good. Oh, I need EM on. Turn the missiles down, we're not really using those. EM, particle beam, engine, I guess. Let's go. We'll just fire alright. Actually, we could be okay. So, where are you? Oh, I think it's that. No, not the old den. You can't even dock on that. I don't know why it's here. I tried that as well. Where are you? There you go. Right, so we're going to take shields down, and then we're just going to disable it. Engines, shields down already. We can go ahead and dock. I don't even know why I was concerned.
Time to cycle the airlock and move.
I did say those weapons are vicious. No, not.
So, where to next?
Unfortunately, he's not going to let us take him alive. So there's not exactly a lot we can do about that, but this will give us the dialogue options for it.
Pilot emergency detected. Hatch override engaged.
Doesn't let you in until he's dead. Literally nothing we can do. But now we get to say we tried to take him alive and he didn't come.
Ending process.
Anything here of good value? I mean, that's not bad for 2. It's all deleted. Nothing here we can do. Can't take the ship. It's all a bit unfortunate. Nothing that we need. Credits, ammunition. Which basically unfortunately means we leave. Almost feels a bit uneventful, doesn't it? I don't think there's anything down here. Let's take a look. Or did you pick what's in there? Let's go ahead and lock into this. I didn't unlock these before. Just like just a few extra credits. I mean, I will take an extra 1k, considering we've just spent 60. Got a master lock here and get in here as well. And it seems like it's just more credits. Oh, I'll take that. Oh, big loot. Hello.
This heat is uncomfortable, but I think we could survive continuously here without our suits.
Board. Find star room. Oh, nope. Oh, so there's a bit of loot downstairs, but other than that, nothing major to report. Well, let's go ahead and get this little bit of the quest turned in. This upgrade's going to be worth it for a long time anyway. Did it just... Where is it? Where's the way out? Over there. Whoa, fell down. Nothing. If you want some free XP when you come out of this... Good, so I wouldn't do that. Right, so now I believe we head back to this guy. So let's go ahead. You guys don't need to see me like land and then walk over there and head all the way back down. For sure, right? I think the one thing maybe I will do is just make sure I remind you guys where the lift is when you come out of the train. Okay, so I just want to show you guys this. As you can see that its direction is back up to mast building, and then just as I come over this side here, you see it's actually rerouted itself back to this lift. So, such a big secret that we can just head down in the civvy lift. I mean, I guess with everything being digital, and I suppose lifts don't have to move horizontally in a fantasy game. Just kind of fun, in my opinion, that we can get straight from a public space like that to what is supposed to be one of the heavily defended secrets. Makes me laugh. So anyway, let's go and tell this guy down here that we've succeeded. He's going to give us some payment as well, because he can.
Welcome back, Captain. Do you have some news for me regarding Dr. Olays?
Yes, done.
So he didn't come quietly then, as I suspected. I presume you have evidence of this. Excellent. Please, deposit it in the transfer system.
I don't know what happens if we keep this. Technically, this is evidence that we have right now.
Transfer accepted.
Would you look at that? Kept it all these years. Some simply couldn't let go of that old world. This is fine work, Captain. I can ensure the remaining team members find their way to the Red Devil's headquarters. Except for one. That one you'll need to collect yourself. His name is Kaiser. You can find him on the Freestar world of Nira, wandering the battlefield there. The area was ground zero for xeno-weapon deployments during the war, so I would arm yourself appropriately. And I think you'll want to check in with Hadrian and Dr. Walker before paying it a visit. Kaiser will likely have security protocols you'll need their help to overcome. Of course, we're protecting the galaxy, Captain. We'll need every tool at our disposal.
Well, it's a small amount of our cash back, which is nice. And now we're obviously going to be back. My voice there gave out, didn't it? We're obviously going to go back to Mars. So let's head over to the Sol system, where we're going to get scanned and all that other good stuff as we go ahead and land fairly close to Sidonia. But it does actually let us go straight to the Red Devil's headquarters, which is rather nice. Cool, and as you land, all fairly obvious, but we might as well keep it in the series, otherwise some will find it a bit inconsistent. Just some people enjoy just watching, which I didn't know. Thank you very much. If that's you, please let me know in the comments, because I appreciate you being here a lot. In any case, this is all now cleaned up, and when I last came here, I found that there was extra loot to grab, so if you want some extra ammunition and this kind of thing, that's pretty good. I haven't tried to see if the magazine we picked up the last time we were here would still be on one of these tables at the back end. I do not know if that is the case. So if you didn't pick it up on your first visit, let me know. If you, I think it was that table. Let me know if the magazine is there that gives you, I think it was extra missile damage. Either way, it'd be cool to find out if anybody has tested that or not. In any case, we got lockerage. Locked lockers have never been worth it in my opinion, so we'll leave that. We do have some creditos. Let's get some of that. 300, every little helps for me right now. I want to get us to like 300k, and then we're going to go big on a ship, I think. We got here. Ooh, right. Gift just keeps on giving me plus 10 health. That's quite nice. Oh, and that's the first, a copy of your suit. That's pretty cool, actually. If you want like a military style, that's quite nice. Anyways, let's go.
Was afraid you might have gotten reassigned. You've been gone so long. So how's it feel to be a citizen?
Oh, she loves me. I don't know if she does or not. Now, we're going to get experimental here because in my stream version, I didn't tell her until the very last minute about Dad. So, would you call it Dad? I mean, there is genetic relationship. I guess it's a paternal relationship, even if it wasn't officially fatherhood. So I am going to level with her in this one to see what happens.
Life and limb to earn it.
Though I have had my own personal struggles with the United Colonies, I'm happy for you. I really am. Congratulations.
But it is real good to have you here again. We've been going through the Terramorph data and, well, we're gonna need all the help we can get. These logs, they're even more thorough than I remembered. Genetic workups, population statistics, hell, even their food chain. I'd completely forgotten, for example, that there was a creature that actually ate Terramorphs. At this point, the data's given us more options to explore than we have people to work on them. That'd be something, wouldn't... I'm sorry, are you? You're serious? You found our research team? That's incredible. That accelerates everything. With them back, it'll let us... Wait. Kaiser. Did you find Kaiser? That's right. You would need that. Whoever gave you these leads sure knew their stuff. Well, how? How exactly did you manage to find them? That's not funny. Seriously, how'd you find them? No. That's insane. He died. They executed him. They faked his death? My entire unit, they threw us all to the wolves, but kept him? And now he's what? An advisor? Commanding the fleet in secret? What was so important that they had to keep him alive? Oh, they certainly picked an expert, didn't they?
He's alive. Victus is still alive. I don't care if they're using him to solve world hunger. The man is a criminal. How could the UC do something so foolish?
I guess it makes sense, though, doesn't it? The UC of that era only created me because they were afraid of a world without Victus in command. Why would they get rid of him? As long as I live, I'll never understand the loyalty that old bastard elicited.
Circular kind of way.
You've got nothing to apologize for. Because the UC, they did a lot of terrible things for that man. But even knowing they did, knowing that they kept him alive all this time, you know what I feel right now? It's hope. I had no one when I was outside the UC. No Red Devils, no family. But that old world, where I was no one and my father mattered, that's gone. Thanks to what you and I have done, I have a place again. A purpose. But it's finally one I can be proud of. You and I, we're getting to change what the UC stands for. So I don't care if Victus is alive or dead. He can rot for all I care. We're the ones who are making the settled systems and the UC better. Precisely. Because there's nothing we can do about past choices. What we can do is try and make the right ones now.
Correct.
So, let's get back to the business at hand. Now, my father just handing over the information on the research team and Kaiser out of the clear blue, I can't say I trust it. But if he has something to gain from helping us prevent terramorph attacks, I'm not seeing it. So while you'll absolutely want to be cautious, what would you think about trying to bring back Kaiser? I think it's the right call. But if Kaiser has been out wandering on his own for all this time, you're gonna need a couple things.
There's a lot of things
I
we...
have
Ooh,
something
hello.
I need to discuss with you.
Do you? Hello.
Thanks for taking time to chat. I really need a friend.
Oh, it's going to be a personal interaction. You guys can do what you want with this one, as I will. Anywho, onward we will progress. Where are we? Up there. Check if there's any more loot. Like this. Hello. So yeah, definitely worth having a second look around this area once it gets repopulated, because it does seem to get quite a bit more stuff
Here,
added.
Kaiser schematics. Actuators, weapons, batteries. That old robot's been MIA for a while, so chances are he's gonna need some repairs. He's also got a lock on his voice controls. You can give yourself authorization with the phrase, Nos belli machinis. Now, where exactly is the old machine? A battlefield. On Nira? Ugh, sheesh. No wonder no one's found him. That sector of Nira was destination #1 for xenoweapons during the war. Add to that general environmental devastation and the kind of lawlessness that comes with any Freestar world, and that planet's got more than enough ways to make a visit your last. But I think there's a place where you can start your search. Yep. One-of-a-kind salvage. Licensed to an Angelo Alonso. Goes by Gel. As good a place to start as any.
Alright, let's go.
And I'll make sure we're ready to put them to use as soon as you've got them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, as always, should be as simple as pressing X on this. Oh look, found it already. This is what it reminds me of Mass Effect, right? This isn't No Man's Sky. This is... I don't think it's Fallout in space. Because Mass Effect has pharmaceutical use as well. So it is very Mass Effect, in my opinion. Anyways, let's go with landing, shall we? Planet up. I think I'm getting scanned here, which is nice. Autonomous Dogstar, I haven't been there. So many places we could go, right? Okay, and so now that we've landed and we're getting close to where I want to end this episode, you can see down there, those are called, what are they called? Sirens? Those are actually something we're going to have to hunt down later on, so you might as well leave them alone. If they happen to chase you, just leave them alone. You don't need to fight them right now. We're going to be fighting them with Kaiser when we find the robot. For now, what we actually want to do is get inside the building. For some reason, this seems to be a slightly different configuration to when I came on my stream, which is really weird, actually. I don't remember that being open. So I'm going to go and check, see if there's any good loot in here. Nope, something absolutely mega or groundbreaking, so we want to head inside. Go this way. Go up skin, shouldn't be difficult. Where are we? There we go, there's a door. And so, in the next episode, we'll go through waking up Kaiser. We're actually going to need
Lots to do. You understand.
to build some... I wonder if we can do it early. Just interested. It'll let us look. Will it let us look? No. We'll talk to them first. Okay, so I'm going to end the episode here. I'll catch you guys again very shortly as we recover the robot.